The Real Housewives of Orange County mom shared a glimpse at the celebration via Instagram, where she posted a photo of her and Travis Mullen looking pleased with 2 infants. "Happy Easter from us bunnies on baby duty today," she captioned the April 20 picture. Unsurprisingly, the post caused a bit of a stir in the comments section, with some fans asking if the couple secretly expanded their family. "Wait, did we miss something?" one user asked, before another added, "Whose babies?" It turns out the little ones were from Travis' side of the family, as indicated in his exchange with K2 Roll. "Tucker loves Aunt Gina and Uncle Trav," Kate wrote, "and this mama loves a break." Travis Mullen, Gina Kirschenheiter, and a guest attend the press event for NBC's Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge at the Zimmerman Automobile Driving Museum on May 20 in El Segundo, California. Photo: Andrew J. Cunningham/Getty Images. The OC boyfriend and girlfriend are no strangers to baby duties. When they began dating in 2019, they each had 3 children from previous relationships. Gina is a mom to sons Nicholas and Luca and a daughter, Sienna, while Travis has 2 daughters, Presley and Bennett, and a son named Joseph. Gina shares her kids with her ex-husband, Matt Kirschenheiter, whom she divorced in 2019. Matt has since married Britt Kirschenheiter, who also has children from a previous relationship. Gina spoke about her co-parenting journey in an October 2024 interview with The Daily Dish, saying she was so grateful that her kids had 4 parental figures. "We have it all figured out. I couldn't be happier and more proud of my co-parenting situation," she said. "We're just parents. You know what I mean. We are parents to our children. I'm a parent. Travis is a parent. Matt's a parent. Britt's a parent. It's not even co-parenting, it's just parenting. Our kids have 4 parents. We're their family. They're safe and content with any of their 4 parents, and that's just our life." So, does Gina plan to expand her family with Travis? She addressed the topic in a 2020 interview with Us Weekly, suggesting another pregnancy wasn't in the cards. "Right now, it's challenging 'cause we have 6 kids, but we also have days when we have no kids," she told the outlet. "If we have a baby, then we don't have that. So I don't want to give up, 'cause I think it's wonderful that we have that time through the windows of the Kirschenheiter-Mullen household, casting golden rays across the living room, filled with a delightful chaos of toys, blankets, and the unmistakable sound of padded feet. Gina Kirschenheiter laughed softly as she picked up a tiny stuffed giraffe that had been tossed haphazardly across the room. "I feel like we've entered a new dimension, Travis," she exclaimed, chuckling as she turned to her partner, Travis Mullen, who was currently wrangling their toddler, a curious little whirlwind named Enzo. With his tousled hair and charming smile, Travis crouched down, trying to distract Enzo with a collection of bright building blocks. "New dimension, indeed," he agreed, expertly stacking the blocks into a wobbly tower. "Welcome to baby duty, the most unpredictable job on Earth." Gina grinned, watching as Enzo's eyes lit up with mischief. The mischievous toddler had an innate ability to obliterate anything resembling order. With a single jab of his toddler-sized hand, he sent the block tower crashing down, giggling uncontrollably at the sight. "Mommy, look," he yelled, a cheeky grin plastered on his small face. "Wow, you're a master demolisher, my little architect," Gina called out playfully, moving to join them on the floor. The trio was a picture of domesticity, parents rejoicing in the adorable chaos of parenthood. After years of navigating the ups and downs of reality television, including the emotional roller coasters of love, friendships, and family dynamics, nothing felt as right as this unfiltered joy of being together. As the morning progressed, baby duty transformed into an adventure filled with unexpected twists and turns. Gina and Travis had devised a plan to keep Enzo entertained while also managing a few household tasks. Gina had taken out the trusty art supplies, hoping to spark some creativity in their son. I've got crayons and paper. Let's see who can draw the best dinosaur, she proposed with a grin, her enthusiasm infectious. Enzo, always eager for new experiences, squealed with delight, his little hands pumping in the air. Dino, Dino, he shouted, his excitement trailing off as he made a mad dash for the table adorned with colorful supplies. Gina quickly followed, retrieving her own set of crayons. Okay, I'll show you how it's done, she said, sitting down with Enzo. She began outlining a classic T-Rex, a triangular tail, tiny legs, and a swagger that only a cartoon dinosaur could embody. See this? This is a dinosaur that rules the land, she said, embellishing her dino with a crown drawn in crayon. Travis watched from the sidelines, leaning against the kitchen counter, an affectionate smile on his face. You should teach art classes, babe. I'm certain you'd have a line wrapped around the block, he teased, his voice warm with admiration. Thanks, but I think my masterpieces are worth more to our fridge than to the general public, she joked back, and they shared a laugh as Enzo's focus shifted from drawing to embellishing the table with a feast of colors. Oh, Travis said playfully, pretending to act alarmed. It looks like we have a case of crayon spillage over here. He stepped in, gathering a few as Enzo giggled, determined to embrace the chaos rather than be subdued by it. As the activity unfolded, Gina and Travis reminisced about their early days together. They remembered how chaotic and unpredictable life felt back then, like a wild ride with no plans in sight. I love that we've come so far, Gina said, glancing back at Travis, her eyes softening. The ups and downs of the reality show made us who we are, but this is just so much sweeter. Travis nodded in agreement, reaching out to squeeze her hand. Absolutely. It's like we've built our own little world right here, one filled with love and laughter. As they engaged in more creative endeavors, the doorbell rang, adding another layer of excitement to the day. I'll get it, Travis called out as he stood up, his eagerness something Gina found endearing. He whisked Gina down the hall, leaving her with Enzo, who was happily immersed in adding multicolored horns to his dinosaur masterpiece. Dee-da, Enzo exclaimed, looking up at Gina with pride. He pointed at his work, oblivious to the little bit of crayon smeared across his cheek that only added to his charm. Look at that! A very dashing dinosaur indeed. Gina feigned a dramatic flourish, pointing at Enzo's creation and eliciting laughter from the living room. His expression shifted from excitement to bewilderment. I think we have visitors, he declared, followed closely by two curious heads peeking from behind him. Gina's close friends from reality TV, Emily and Rena, who'd come by for an impromptu playdate. If it isn't the glamorous duo, Gina teased, her face lighting up at their arrival. We've just settled into a creative masterpiece session. Would you like to join us? Emily, with her effervescent personality, beamed back. Absolutely, as long as there are snacks, she quipped, winking at Enzo. We could definitely use some of those after the morning we've had. Snack time. Enzo immediately joined in, and as Gina rummaged through the pantry for healthy snacks, the adult conversation shifted to a spontaneous food fest. With colorful crayons splattered across the table and a house full of laughter, the afternoon turned into one of joy and bonding. Emily and Rena jumped in on the drawing madness, and soon the small kitchen table became a gallery of imaginative creatures crafted by both adults and children alike. Look at this collaboration between us, Gina said, raising her arms excitedly as she pointed out a monster dog hybrid with a rainbow tail. We've practically started a new art movement for parenting. We should have an art showcase, Rena suggested playfully, glancing around the room, which was now teeming with whimsical creations. Laughter erupted once more, echoing through the Kirschenheiter Mullen home, and as evening drew near, a sense of warmth lingered in the air. The mess was substantial. Crayons were everywhere, snack wrappers littered the table, and two exhausted adults leaned against each other, fond smiles on their faces. As the guests eventually left and the dust from the day's activities settled, Travis and Gina sat on the couch, sharing a well-earned sigh of contentment. "That was way more fun than I imagined it would be," Gina said, resting her head against Travis's shoulder. "Agreed, it's the best kind of chaos," he replied, wrapping his arm around her. "And look at our little guy. We're managing baby duty like pros." With a shared glance, they realized that despite all the challenges and surprises life presented, they had built a joyful family and a bond that could endure any hardship. As they both looked over at Enzo, who was already drifting off into a peaceful slumber amidst the remains of their colorful adventures that day, they couldn't help but smile, ready to embrace whatever new adventures awaited them on their journey through parenthood.